Hi everybody, welcome back. Hope you all had a great spring break. You all stayed nice and healthy and fit and you exercised a lot. This week's lesson is going to be about bike safety, but it also applies to riding anything on a road or a sidewalk or a driveway, such as a scooter, a skateboard, rollerblades. So we have a lot of the same safety rules for all those things that we have for bicycles. So I'm just going to talk about bicycles right now. I know a lot of you have been going on bike rides. I see that in the comments that you're sending me. And it seems like you're all being safe when you're riding, but we always want to review a few things just to make sure that we're 100% safe when we're on the road riding a bike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to give you a second, see if you can come up with a good answer for that question, and then I'll tell you what the right answer is. All right, so when we're thinking about going for a bike ride, and I do this myself, and I've been riding for many, many years, I always think about where I'm going to ride. Where is it safe to ride? So that's my first question for you, is where do you think it is safe to ride a bicycle? Okay, so think about that for a second, and I'll give you an answer to that. So number one, where it is safe to ride. You want to ride somewhere where there is not a lot of traffic. That is, there are not a lot of cars on the road. Most of you should probably not be riding at all where there are cars on the road. So that means we could ride in parks, we can ride maybe on our block where we know there's not going to be a lot of traffic. Okay, but a lot of roads around where we live are very, very busy and very dangerous because there are too many cars on those roads. So where we ride is very important. We want to ride somewhere where the roads are safe. Maybe also the roads are in good shape, where there's not a lot of holes or cracks in the road. But mostly we want to ride where there are very few cars. Now, next question, okay, is who should we be riding with? So who should we be riding with? Think about that for a second. And I know most of you are doing this, and I think probably all of you should be doing this at this time in your lives. So who we should be riding with? So the answer to that is you should be riding with adults. Okay, you should not be riding on roads by yourself at this time. Mainly, if you're riding on roads that have cars, it's super important that you ride with adults because they know how the traffic works and they can keep you safe. Okay, so again, adults, maybe older brothers and sisters if they're experienced riders, but mainly when I say who should you be riding with, the answer is adults. Okay, so we have the where we're riding safely and who we're riding with. Those things are really, really important. Okay, thirdly, okay, we want to make sure that what we're riding, our bicycles, are safe. Okay, or our skateboards are safe, or our scooters are safe, or rollerblades, whatever it might be. So let's focus on bicycles right now and think about what makes a bicycle safe to ride. All right, think about that for a second. All right, and I'm going to tell you the two major areas that you have to check to make sure your bike is safe to ride. And that would be your brakes. Okay, you have to make sure that your brakes are functioning correctly, and you have to make sure that you have enough air in your tires. You have to have the right amount of air in your tires. So those are two things you always want to check. Your brakes are functioning well, and you have enough air in your tires. Now obviously you need your brakes to be able to stop the bike, okay, and that would be very dangerous if you're not able to stop the bike when you need to. And you want to have enough air in your tires so you don't get a flat tire, because if you get a flat tire, that could cause an accident, that could cause you to fall, and obviously we do not want that happening. So again, brakes, tires, do that and you will mostly have a safe bike to ride. Now that's not the only thing. You also want to make sure everything's tight, your seat is nice and tight, handlebars are nice and tight, your seat's at the proper height, all that stuff's important. But I would say the two main things, once again, checking your bike, brakes, and tires. All right, now lastly, and I'm saying this lastly, but it is certainly not the least important safety rule, but I'm getting to this last because this would be the last thing I do before I go for a bike ride. Okay, so lastly, what should you be wearing when you go for a bike ride? What should you be wearing, most importantly? Okay, give you time to think. And also, again, what should you be wearing when you're riding a skateboard? What should you be riding when you're on rollerblades or a scooter? Number one, got to put your helmet on. So I'm about to get ready for a ride, so I am always going to wear a helmet no matter what. I don't care if I'm riding around the block, I am wearing a helmet. I am always going to have this on. I'm going to make sure it's tight enough so that it does its job. I may wear sunglasses if it's sunny out to help me see things, but helmet always, got to have it. All right, the other thing I might wear is I might wear clothing that's brightly colored so that I can be seen by any cars or other riders or just people walking on the road. I want to be seen when I'm on my bicycle. So helmet first, and then you might want to wear something that, again, makes you more visible, okay? So those are, I would say, the major safety rules for riding. And what I would like you to do, very simply, you know, you've already watched the video, so that's great. I just want you to write me a comment, and in that comment, I want you to tell me something you're doing if you're riding to make sure that you're good and safe, or something that you learned from this video that you didn't know about or you didn't think about that would keep you safe while you're out riding. And the weather's going to be getting great, and it's great exercise to get out there and ride all of these things: skateboards, scooters, rollerblades, bicycles. So I encourage you all to do it, but we want to make sure that we stay safe. Okay, so let me know in your comments what you learned, and you'll be hearing from me soon. Take care, kids.